some messenger. I just sent that one.
And with me, I got Mr. Pull Up himself, Mr. Jadario White. What's good with you,
What's
bro?
up, bro? What's up? You doing all right today,
I'm
man?
doing good, man. It's
That's
good
what's
to
up.
see you.
That's
I'm
what's
glad
up.
to have you on with me
So
right
I'm
now.
glad to be here, bro.
Yes,
Glad to
sir.
be here.
I want to ask you, as I'm going to ask everybody when they come in,
Hmm.
what are your plans for CIAA? And, you know, you're in the city, so I'm sure you've had CIAA memories in the past.
Yeah,
What's a memory from a past CIAA as well?
man. When I had cut in the bathroom, bro.
You had to cut in the bathroom at
Yeah,
CIAA?
downtown. Yeah, at the
Okay.
epicenter. You know.
For y'all that don't know, we speaking to Mr. Pull Up. We don't mean he gon' I mean he might pull up and
Yeah.
put hands on you,
Yeah.
but Mr. Pull Up and cut your hair, get you right, get you
Yeah.
lined up, man. So you was cutting it in the bathroom at
Yeah,
CIAA
man.
one year?
Somebody called me, man. They say, bro, we about to go somewhere. I need you. So
Okay.
that's how it happened, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, again, it's another event in Charlotte that we want to allow our stars to come out and promote what they got going on. You being my guest today, I want to let you know that I'm glad to have you here. But can
Yeah.
you tell me where you from? Give me a little background about yourself.
Yeah.
Just tell me who is Mr. Pull Up.
Well, man, I'm from Rock Hill, bro. You
Okay.
know, grew up in Catawba. You know, that's where I'm from, like the roots. You know, the country. You know, the dirt, the clay. You
Okay.
know, that's where I'm
Okay.
from. But you know, I had a little bump in the road. You know, but it worked out. You know, so and I had found this haircutting thing.
Oh, so you got into the haircutting thing, right?
Yeah, man.
So how long has the haircutting? How long have you been cutting hair? Let me ask you
Man, I
that.
started when I was 13, man. You
Okay.
know, so it was just how I started, man. It was this old guy pushing my tape line back.
Mm.
So, man, I decided to pick up some clippers myself. You know, first I asked my dad, and he said, "How much are they?" So I said, you know, he took me to Sally's. So,
Okay.
man, you know, clippers expensive. They was like $8,900. So he was like, he ain't about to buy these hot clippers. You know what I mean? So I had went out and started cutting grass, you know, to get my own bag, you know. So next thing you know, I had to start getting neighborhoods, and I had to start collecting my money.
Okay.
So when I collected enough money to get the clippers, I had over the amount. So I went and asked him, can he take me? So, man, he was like, yeah, man, you know, you can. I take your son. So we went up, got to the counter, bro. I said, I want those, I want those. So at first, I was getting ready to pay for him, man, but he paid for him. So I was kind of confused,
wow.
bro. You
Oh,
know, so
wow.
when we got in the car, you know, you can't ask your parents how that went. I said, Dad, why did you say no, then turn around and buy me the clippers? And he was like, well, son, as a black man, you gonna hear no all the time. And I just wanted to see what my son was made out of.
Okay.
So you one son I ain't never have to worry about, because you gonna go get it. You ain't gonna let no stop you.
So basically, from the point of him, you were able to learn a very important life lesson that ultimately probably leads you to the passion today, because at that moment,
Yeah.
you worked hard. You could have you had the money to do what you wanted to do,
Yeah.
but you realized that by doing it the right way, you was
Yeah.
blessed.
And another thing I realized, bro, as I got older, some people born with it. Some people ain't. Some people would have just said no, and just because they heard no, it wouldn't even, you know,
They would have never
wouldn't
even
even
went.
attempted to go further, take the next step.
Okay.
Yeah,
So do you remember the first haircut you ever gave?
it was myself.
Hold on, man. Okay, it's like
Yeah, yeah.
So okay, so
Man,
how was it?
Man, I was in the red. I knew I went home. I was excited to get these clippers, man. I was bust them open, man. I never held a clipper a day in my life.
Okay.
So, bro, I got in the restroom, man. I never forget. I had started cutting. I combed my hair, started cutting. You know what I mean? So next thing you know, man, I did a great job. My dad was downstairs, so man, I went downstairs and I showed him the haircut, and man, he was like, "Son, you did a good job," you know. So it was just something I was just born with, you know. So then I went to school that next day, and it was like people kept asking me, you know, who cut your hair? So I was like, I did. So didn't nobody believe me at first, bro. So it was like I had went and started, you know, those battery powered trimmers, the beard trimmers.
Yeah.
Man, I took those to school, bro. and I was taping in the restroom and to show people. Then people started wanting me to cut their hair, so I started charging people $3-4 to cut hair at school. I wasn't even worried about class. I was just cutting hair in the bathroom still. So that's how it started, you know. I didn't even know at the time that's what I was gonna be doing.
So from the jump, were people kind of skeptical as well, or were they like?
Well, they seen my haircut.
Right.
Yeah,
So I guess it
was like, nah, you didn't cut your own hair, bro. So that's what they're skeptical. But they're like, that was my first time ever cutting, and I cut it good.
Do you remember the first time you ever got paid to cut hair? But
yeah.
Besides then, as far as like when you were able to put a price on what you want for your cut.
Yeah, bro. It was in 2011.
Okay.
You know, I just came home from prison, bro. You know, so man, you know, so it was just I was trying to find my way.
Okay.
So I was only charging $8. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a car at all. So I had a book bag. So whoever I was staying at my aunt's house, and just so happened she was living in the heart of Rock Hill.
Okay.
So I would have my book bag on, bro, and I would walk to cut hair at people's houses. Then I bought a bike. Then I saved up. I started working at a gas station. Saved up, bought me a car. You know, then I wasn't even taking it serious then. I was just still going to cut hair, you know, that's just how it worked. That's how it went, bro.
So as this thing is progressing along, was there anything else that you wanted to do besides this? Like, because a lot of times, you know, as we grow in life, we have other dreams, we have other goals in life, but once you just saw the progression you were making, did you just decide this is where I'm going to focus at as you were finding your way, or was it other things that you could have been led to do versus cutting hair?
Nah, bro, it was just, I thought me going to a job was something I was supposed to have been doing because that's what I was used to.
Right,
you know,
right.
But that wasn't it, you know, so then I started to learn, man, you know, I had a job and I decided to take like a whole PTO off. So I was letting people know that I was gonna be off that time, those times. So I had went, and man, I let them know. I started cutting them that day, and come to find out, bro, I made like $300 that day.
In just a day?
Yeah. So it was just like, you know,
make that in a day at work.
Yeah, and I never went back to work that whole week, that whole day. I cut hair. I didn't go back.
Yo, people probably want to do that all the time, and I know that's bold to do, to literally just say, I ain't coming back. Like but when it works out that way, then you can see why people take that leap of faith, take that chance.
Yeah. Exactly.
How nervous or how scared were you to not come back, or was it just let's go?
Honestly, bro, I was absolutely. You know how you make those decisions. You know, at that moment, you like, shoot, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
But right after reality hit me, it was like, dang, it was hard, bro. I quit a job, and that $300 I made that day, I had to go up on my prices because I didn't have the other income.
Right.
So people wasn't used to a mobile barber yet. So when I was telling people $20, $30, $45 for a haircut, man, people was like, nah. So then I had to start charging $10 and $15, and people started saying I can actually cut.
Right.
So then that's when it started gradually going up, man. So it was rough, bro. I wrecked my car, and I rode a bike again.
So you had to go back to that point.
Yeah.
But you knew you had done it. You had done it before it that way. So it wasn't like, dang, you just had to get back on your horse and ride again.
That's it, bro.
Right?
That's it.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Jadario White, Mr. Pull-Up is in the building right now. Let me ask you about some things that you're doing now. All-Star Weekend. I happen to be scrolling through my Instagram, and you know that's a huge weekend, right? You know everything things is going crazy. I shout out to White House. I take a look at the White House, and for whatever reason, I see you cutting hair on a pack. Was it Friday? Might have been a Friday night, Saturday night. A packed Friday night in White House. What was that about?
Man,
All-Star Weekend, they had you, pull up.
Man, listen, my dude Terrence was in town,
okay,
bro, so he called me and said, pull up. Know how we do, bro. I need a cut. I'm at the club right now. So, bro, shoot. Then come to find out, Ha Davis called me.
Okay.
And said, yeah, bro, I'm going to be at the White House. I need a cut.
Right.
So I was like, man, I'm already in here cutting hair. So, you know, they let me, let me tell you how it worked, bro. This is how I knew I was meant to do this. I was the first barber they allowed to let clippers. Like, I went through security with my clippers, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, and the guards was like, man, what you here to do? You know,
You don't have a
I'm here to
relationship with them, anything?
Nah, that was my first time ever going to White House.
Come on.
Yeah, and they said, bro, you about to cut hair? They was like, bro, I respect your grind, bro. Man, go ahead, bro.
Wow.
They let me in,
no
bro.
Fee,
no fee,
and they was
no
probably
nothing.
charging y'all know this Friday night at White House now. Come on.
They respect my grind, bro. They said, man, I respect that, bro. Go ahead, man. Make your bread. Then the co-owner of it, man, he said you got two heads. And he was cool. He said, bro, I respect you, bro. And he followed me on Instagram. It was cool. It was an experience, bro.
That's huge, man. And that's what those weekends are for. Like I say, like people are gonna come to the city, make money, and hopefully make relationships that they take away from here. So the fact that you was in that club that night, ain't no telling who was looking, and they might not have said nothing to you, but ain't no telling who gonna hit Terrence up and say, hey, bro, who's cutting your hair in the club, bro?
Exactly.
Can you, does he pull up? You see he pulls up clearly.
Yeah.
That's huge, man. Let me ask you, do you have a shop as well?
No.
Why go against the
grain?
Exactly.
Man, honestly, I've been going against the grain all my life.
Okay.
You know, it's just that I'm doing the thing the right way. You know, so it's working for me, man. Why go to a shop where I'm cornering the market?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not too many people doing what I'm doing and advertising like I'm doing. You know, it might be somebody doing it, but my marketing is amazing to me, bro. Because
it is. I've seen
it's to another level. You know what I mean? I'm taking this pull-up thing to another level. So if I want to have maybe a chain of mobile barbers or eventually get a mobile truck. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't want to ever be in the shop. I'll probably get a shop when I get old. You know what I mean? Probably like 40 or 50 or something. But while my bones still turning, bro, my heart beating, bro,
you're
going to
go out and get. But that's a.
I never like waiting on my money.
Do you? I want to ask you. We want to get into a promo video. Somebody who endorsed you as well, who gave you a big shout out. Before we get into that though, I want to give you a moment to think. I speak to a lot of people up here that come from Rock Hill.
Yes.
We know Rock Hill for football. We know them for hard times though as well, and a lot of what I would say diamonds in the rough come from that area.
Yeah.
I want to give you a chance to talk about what Rock Hill kind of meant to you, how you came out of that situation, maybe what you still see in Rock Hill that you would like to change.
Yeah.
Once we get back from this, all right?
All right.
All right. So this is that in the third interview series. Let's play the video.
I come backstage to the show, you know, speaking Freeway and them and Tony and everybody. I see a barber that's cutting. I mean, he cutting at the show. I'm like, damn, niggas is got them paying that chicken. They get to cut at the show. Who is it? It's Mr. Pull Up.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I got to shout him out, triple salute him. He pulled it up, he cut him at the concert. Come on, man. Ingenious, man. Genius.
All right, we are back in the building. Sporty Odie, had to give my man a shout out, man. What's your relationship with Sport, man?
Man, me and Sport, I did a back to school bash with Sporty. You know, I went and bought some, book bags. Helped them pack some book bags and gave out free haircuts. At the back to school bash. That's how I met Sporty, man.
Okay.
So when he seen me in the back, man, he was just like my dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he gave me a shout out, bro.
That's what's up, man. He's very one of the faces in Charlotte that are prominent, and that's what people like him should be doing. They should be endorsing guys like you that are going against the grain, that are, you're not from Charlotte per se, but we're so close in that area in South Carolina where Charlotte should definitely embrace that, at least Rock Hill, York, down to that far.
Right.
Because we come out there, spend money with them all the time, and we
right.
always in the function.
Always.
Before we went to the video with Sport, I had asked you about Rock Hill. Coming from Rock Hill, like I said, I speak to a lot of people on this interview series that are from there, and they all have a different story. Just kind of tell me, what are your feelings about the city of Rock Hill, the town of Rock Hill, and what are some things that you like to see changed as well, maybe?
I had to, go to your first question, man. I was lost. I was watching one of Brittany, lives, and she was saying how lost the kids was.
Yeah.
I was one of those lost kids.
Okay.
And didn't have to be. You know what I mean? It was just I didn't fit in, so I had to try to fit in. And that's what's wrong with most of the kids now that's out here. The problem is they don't know how to find themselves because they don't have guidance. You know what I mean? So they grab on or hold on to something that's they think that's cool or that's dope. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I
it's
do
just,
completely.
you
I
know,
see it.
what they love it. You know, like the gangs or the guns. You know, that's their best friend. You know what I mean? That's the only, because like you said, we come from the dirt. You know,
Right.
you know, poverty is poverty. You know,
Right.
so it's just like, and honestly, bro, I came from poverty, but I wasn't. I was one of those kids that was pretending at first. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a mom and dad. I grew up in
Right.
the suburbs. I just didn't. My family was in the hood.
Right.
So I felt like I grew up with them, but it was like I was missing something, so I always had to come back.
But you understood the
Yeah.
struggle still. I mean,
Yeah, of course. We struggled till we got there.
It's just a matter of people want you to really be under the dirt for you
Yeah.
to feel like you
We from
came
there.
up.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
you can't come up just because you
Yeah.
elevating your situation is
I
coming
didn't
up.
fit in anymore.
Okay, I
yeah,
got you.
I
got you.
didn't fit in anymore. How I dressed, how I talked. You know, my dad wanted more for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he took us out of that situation, and that's how it was. And man, for what I want to see Rock Hill change, man, we got to grab the youth, bro, because that's where it starts. You know what I mean? Because you know, it's some lost individuals, man. You know, like, give my condolences out to the family that lost the 2 kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people that lost family members over the years to gun violence. You know what I mean? We gotta grab them, man. We gotta, like B said, get them hugs,
Grab 'em,
man.
hug 'em.
Yeah, bro, because that's real. You gotta show love, man. You know.
Facts, man, and I think that, I mean, like we showed in the video, you know, going back to sports events and giving the free haircuts, man.
Yeah.
Some kid is gonna see that and say, I've never seen a barber come out, like, we in the middle of nowhere or middle of wherever, and the barber's pulling up. He might come to you, and the fact that you're receptive, and you might put a pair of clippers in his hand. They might not be all the way yet, but the fact that you, I'm sure, are willing to do those things. Are there any things in the community that you want to maybe talk about that you want to do that you got coming up, or is there anything that you want to maybe give a call to order on, like, hey, we need to get together and do something? Because
I was just thinking about that when I was watching Brittany's video. Everybody need to come together that's doing something, like you said in Rock Hill. Everybody that's doing something, we all need to come together. You know, we pass by each other, you know, on Instagram, Facebook. We like each other posts and pictures.
Right.
But let's get around the round table, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's come together like we should, you know, and come on. That's who we need. That's what we need. And we develop something because we have a voice. You know what I'm saying? Pull Up have, Brittany have, you have a voice. Terrence have a voice. Some of the rappers have a voice. Can't name all of them, but they all have an impact in Rock Hill. So everybody that has an impact, they need to sit around the round table, bro. You know what I mean? And just talk about it and do something for the community, bro.
That's big.
Because I ain't trying to, because some of the celebrities ain't even doing it.
Yeah, and we don't have to per se get into the ones, but we know who comes from this place, and I'm sure the people are aware who does what, and for the ones that may not put their names on it, that's not to say they have to, but at the end of the day, somebody knows what's going on in this city.
Facts.
And the people that are making moves. Mr. Pull Up is in the building with us. Want to get a little light. What call my phone? We got somebody calling the phone. That's crazy, bro. It's all good. This is this, that, and the third interview series. I'm gonna just say it like that. We are live on YouTube. Let me ask you about some of the people that you have cut that we may know, as far as like noticeable names in the past.
Let's see. You know, from the city, you know, Jadeveon Clowney.
Okay.
Dwayne Bacon. Bismack Biombo. You know, he just came back.
Yeah, right. He was gone for a little minute.
Yeah.
We drafted him. That
yeah,
is right.
Exactly. Bismack Biombo, Haha Davis. I cut Rico Barrino, Fantasia brother. Some members from the, what's that group? They rap. Benny Single.
State Property?
Yeah, State Property. State Property. What's the other guy name, man? Dang, he sing. Anthony Hamilton.
Okay.
No, not. What's the other one?
From Charlotte?
No, he ain't from Charlotte, bro. I can't remember his name, man.
Clearly, though, the list that you already run down on him.
Eastside Evo, you know. So.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody like not per se famous or named, anybody ever been like unhappy with their haircut, and like how do you handle if you've ever had an unhappy haircut?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
You know, it was something that, you know, some clients, they don't know how to describe their haircut. You know, they might say or think that that's what they mean, But then when they telling the barber that, it's like, okay, this is what we know. So, okay, this is what you want. Then when you start doing it, it's like, nah, that's not it. You know what I mean? So, and I had to tell them apologize. You know, sometimes I might knock off $5 off the next one.
Right.
You know, because it's all about customer service.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even if they wrong, bro, it's still about customer service. You know what I mean? So,
where's the furthest place you've pulled up, as far as
Oh,
like from where you were at
Cleveland,
that time?
Ohio. Oh, you talking about at that time?
Like like
Oh,
from
okay.
like, all right, I will pull up in
Atlanta.
You drove
Yes.
straight to Atlanta
Yes.
for a pull up.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, man, it was rappers, dude. They was rappers, man, and they seen my stuff on Instagram, bro, and they was like, man, this the pull up dude, and I was like, yeah, man, this the pull up dude. What's up, man? Who I'm talking to? So they was like, bro, we need you, bro. We got a show to do. So I was like, shoot, we like your work on Instagram. So they was like, shoot, bro, how much you gonna charge us? We already know you down south somewhere, right? So I was like, yeah, bro. So you know. I said, bro, let me text me your address where y'all gonna be at, you know? And he was like, we in Atlanta. So I was like, in Atlanta? So I was like, dang. So then they texted me the address, bro. So I texted them a price, bro, and they said bet. So that's when I got on the road, bro, and I left. The show was like at 12 o'clock, bro. I got on the road at 6 o'clock.
So the fact that you went all the way there to cut hair in Atlanta, let me ask you this then.
How much it was?
Yeah. Hey, I don't want to get into your prices per se, but I
yeah.
mean, you know, where
Well, I
did
charged them $800. Yeah. Yeah, it was $800, bro. It was like 4 of them. So
but
they
I mean,
all,
yeah.
Yeah, so they all gave me $200 a piece, bro.
Entrepreneur, hustler extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Jadario White is in the building, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I want to give them the social medias real quick.
Okay, y'all can follow me on any. Well, I ain't gonna stop saying any, but you can follow me on. Oh yeah, Instagram, any network, any by typing in my name, Jadario McClinton. You know what I'm saying? Jadario White. You know, y'all can do it. You know,
Okay. So I want to ask you. You know what I'm saying? You cutting all these celebrities' hair out here, bro. Like, I'm rough out here, man. I just want to know, like, the people probably sitting here, like, I'm sure the comments flowing, like, why my man ain't get a haircut? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can we get a haircut episode? Is that something we could do at some point?
Of course. I'm waiting on you.
You okay?
I'm waiting on you.
Well, I'm really excited to see what you got going in the future, man.
Yeah.
Like, you are somebody that, like I'm saying in 2019, it's some people that you can't avoid. Like, it doesn't matter, especially with social media. Like, it's easy to get lost in the sauce and to get lost in the shuffle. But it's some people that I'm seeing that I can't avoid. I'm looking forward for you being one of them people everywhere I see haircut by Jadario White, haircut by Mr. Pull Up. I'm looking forward to that. I know it's going to happen this year for you, bro.
I appreciate you.
All right, man. Well, it's This, That, and the Third interview series, CIAA edition, man. We got a lot of people coming through here, but had to start off right with Mr. Pull Up himself. Y'all make sure to tap in with him. It's your boy Steven the Dream. This, That, and the Third interview series.